Hello, Dot Friel with a easy Christmas card for the watercolor weekend on the Art Impressions blog. Twice a month, the first Saturday and the third Saturday of every month. You can go to their blog and see what my teammates and I made for the watercolor weekend. Here are the supplies I used, but you can always go to my blog at creationsby.j.blogspot.com for links to all of the supplies that I use. So let's get started. To make this, I inked up the snowman in the 565 blue and his arms in the brown 969. And then I used Molotow where I think snow would be on the tree. And I wanted it to have a tree on the other side as well. And I only inked up part of the tree so that it would fit under his arm. And then I inked all the tree with the 177 Tombow marker and then stamped it on the Molotow after the Molotow was dry. And because I wanted my trees to be fuller, I used the fir tree stamps and more of the 177 to fill them out a little bit. Next, I'm going to use the stamp positioner to stamp 3 little red cardinals into the scene. And I use the N75 to ink them after stamping them off. I want them to be light so the lines don't show when I add that red feather on top of their head. Sorry about going up too high on my card. I try to keep it in the same spot. It's so hard, I'm constantly moving my paper. So now it's time to add some water to the tree and pull the color out of the lines. Now I'm going to add 565 to the palette and add some water to it to color in my sky. And now I'm adding some shadows on the ground and under the bird. I use N25 to color in the hat, leaving a white spot. I use 856, my favorite red, for the birds and the band on the hat and the scarf. I stamped some foliage in the 177 green on the hat. And then pull the color out. I used the fine tip of the red pen to add 3 berries in the center of the foliage. And then I darken up the hat with some more of the N25. I darken all the eyes, nose, mouth, and buttons. I add some more shadow in the areas that I think it would be the darkest. And now I'm going to use the red and the green to make a plaid scarf on the snowman. I used the fine tip of the Marvy pine green because my Tombow is low on ink, and added fringes to the scarf. I darkened the red areas of the scarf, and then I will paint the birds red. It's the best when you get to get the eraser out and take off the Molotow because it looks so much better without the blue on there. So I erase everything off. Now I get out the fine tip Copic pen to darken the bird's eyes and beaks and legs. I also use that Copic pen to darken the eyes, nose, mouth, and buttons. And now I want to deepen the shadows a little bit. still not happy with the darkness of the hat, so I darken it. And I use the fine tip of the red pen to deepen the red in areas. And now it's pretty much finished, other than the sentiment I added, and I cut it out, signed my name, and turned it into a card using the oval dies. Thank you for watching. I hope you give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Bye-bye. Merry Christmas.